Hi everyone and welcome back to 5 Alive. Extra points for anybody who notices anything different about me this week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started. Doing this at a slightly different time. It's been really busy. I know some of you will maybe be going on some holidays, maybe going out and taking more trips because we're on our summer holidays and it's great. We have the time to do that. So, but if you're tuning in either on Friday or maybe on Sunday during church time, I'm absolutely delighted that you've decided to come in and join me just for 20 minutes of fun, learning about Jesus and singing some songs together. So let's get started. The first song we're going to sing today is My Lighthouse. I just absolutely love this song. It just makes me happy singing it. It's been a song that I've known for quite a few years and it's just a great song, and I think you're all getting to learn it and get to know it too, and I can't wait so then when we meet back together in our church building we can sing it all together with all the mums and dads and grannies and grandads and aunties and uncles and whoever else is at church with us. So yeah, let's sing My Lighthouse.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore.
This week I'm going to show Maisie's awesome work that she did over the week, her beautiful picture she drew. So thank you so much, Maisie, for sending it to me, and everybody check this out. This week, we're going to learn about another story, and I'm using the Jesus Storybook Bible. Maybe you have that Bible at home, or maybe your schools have it. It's a great Bible, and it puts all of the stories from the Bible into a way that's easier for us to understand, and has great pictures to go with it to help you visualize what it might have looked like in Jesus' time. Today, we're going to move on to a story, but it uses a parable, and a parable is an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. That's a bit confusing, but it's a story that Jesus told using things that we would understand and relate to, or the people at that time would have understood and related to, but it has a meaning that is heavenly. It's a meaning from God, and we have so much to learn about things that come from God and things that He can give us through this story that we can relate to. So let's check out this story. Today, our story is called Treasure Hunt. This story, if you want to go and get your own Bibles, can be found in Matthew chapter 13. You should check it out later. One day, Jesus was telling people about God's kingdom. God's kingdom is wherever God is king, Jesus told them. It's wherever God is in charge. It's where He fills your heart up with His forever happiness, and you stop running away from Him because you love Him. How amazing does that sound? But sometimes people couldn't understand things very well, so Jesus helped them by telling them stories called parables. Jesus said God's kingdom is like a hidden treasure, and then He told this story. Once upon a time, there was a man working in a field digging. So there he is, digging. But what he doesn't know is that in that field there is buried treasure. So dig, 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 clink, clank, clunk. Uh-oh, his shovel bumps into something hard. Hello, what's this? He picks it up and dusts it off. It's a chest. It's rusted and locked, but creaky, pries it open. What he sees inside takes his breath away. Beautiful, glittering, gleaming, twinkling, sparkling, precious jewels. I think I better go out and dig in my back garden and see if I can find a chest like that. It's a treasure chest. He wants that treasure. He needs to get that treasure. He must have that treasure somehow. But if he has to sell everything he has so he can pay for it, he quickly buries the treasure again, runs home and sells everything he has. He takes the money from the sale and goes out and buys that field. Now he owns the field and the treasure that is buried in it. He runs back and digs up the treasure again. Jesus said coming home to God is as wonderful as finding treasure. You might have to dig before you find it. You might have to look before you see it. You might even have to give up everything you have to get it. But being where God is, being in His kingdom, that's way more important than anything else in this world. It's worth anything you have to give up, Jesus told them, because God is the real treasure. God had a treasure too, of course, a treasure that was lost long, long ago. What was God's treasure? His most important thing? The thing God loved most in all the world? God's treasure was His children. It was why Jesus had to come into the world, to find God's treasure and pay the price to win them back. And Jesus would do it even if it cost Him everything He had. I don't know about you, boys or girls, but that story itself sort of shows me how amazing our God is and how great He is and how wonderful it is to be a child of God. That story just clearly shows that it's not always easy to love God and to be a Christian, but it's the best possible journey that you could ever be on. It's like finding treasure, being in God's kingdom, knowing we have a heavenly King. Even if we have to give up absolutely everything to be with Him, giving up everything to be with God is the best decision that we could ever make, because being with Him is better than anything that's on this earth, better than our houses, better than our schools, better than our Xboxes, better than any toys we might have. Being a child of God is just so much better than any of that. So if maybe you're not a child of God yet and you want to become a child of God, talk to your mommy or your daddy about it and ask them questions. Pray with them. Ask God to come into your heart and to save you from all the sin that you have, and ask him to be a child of God. You want to be saved and you want to be a child of his. So yeah, if you decide that you want to be a child of God today, go and have that conversation with your family, and definitely pray that prayer to God and welcome into the kingdom of heaven, where it's like treasure and it's amazing. And I just hope and I pray that you can all be a child of God. While we're talking about being a child of God, and we said it's not always easy, sometimes it can be a bit scary and we're a bit afraid of telling people about Jesus and telling people that we want to be a Christian. So I thought this would be a perfect time to remind us of the Risers' amazing song saying, "Do not be afraid. God gives us peace, so we can do everything that we need to do." So let's sing with the Risers.
Peace I give to you. I do not
Your challenge for this week, guys, is to do the picture again and send them back to me. If you can get them to me by Thursday, that'd be great, so I can include as many people's as possible in the video for next week. As I said, I can't include everybody's, but I will definitely take a few people each week so that we'll be able to show everybody throughout our time. So yeah, I want you to do the picture together and write down some of the best things you think are about following God. Write them in and around it, and all the best treasure that God gives you. The last song we're going to sing today, guys, I picked because it talks about the greatest treasure. Just like in our story, it talked about the best treasure being with Jesus. So we're going to sing Rainbows.
It's not a secret, it's not a fairy tale, it's not made up, Jonah was in a whale. For 3 whole days, 1, 2, 3. The greatest treasure, the word God's people wrote, it's in the Bible, when Noah built a boat, and it rained and rained. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. The greatest treasure, the word God's people wrote, it's in the Bible, when Noah built a boat, and it rained and rained. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. He's the only way for your everyday.
That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining with me to hear that story about the treasure, which is being a child of God and being in God's kingdom. Again, if you feel like you want to become a child of God and you want to accept that treasure too, go and speak to your mummy, your daddy, your granny, your granddad, auntie, your uncle, and pray with them and pray to God by yourself. And I'd be delighted to hear if one of you has decided to do that. Keep singing the songs through the week. Make sure to send me in your pictures. And yeah, have a great week, whatever you get up to on your summer holidays. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.